Derelict vessels are a problem that plague waterways up and down Vancouver Island. They're an eyesore and an environmental and safety hazard, and a Mid-Island MP is bound and determined to make someone take responsibility. CTV's Joe Perkins has that story.
The two power boats and then Tim on his boat.
Over the past 32 years, this Brentwood Bay homeowner has become used to the view out his window.
This is not a very nice picture that comes to people's mind when they go in Todd Inlet and the entrance of Butchart Gardens.
About a dozen boats float at the mouth of the inlet. In the center of the flotilla, a noticeable mess.
That was part of the flotilla. We had wondered where it had gone, and we found out just on Thursday or Friday of last week that it sank as well.
Last summer, members of the Central Saanich Maritime Society took CTV on a boat ride to give us a closer look at what they called a dumping ground for vessels.
Some sort of an electrical box of some kind.
For years, boats have moored at Todd Inlet. Today, things are cleaner. Transport Canada recently took away some old docks and issued eviction notices, mostly for garbage. They did leave behind one floating pile of junk, which has many concerned.
It's the environment more than the aesthetics.
On Monday, the concerns reached Craigslist after a posting went up asking for help. According to the post, a couple lost their 56-foot boat in Brentwood Bay. Merritt says it sank next to the pile of junk, which now appears to be home to a goat. Derelict vessels are not a new problem on Vancouver Island. For the better part of a decade, the issue has plagued residents here at Brentwood Bay. It's why one Vancouver Island MP is spearheading a new bill in Ottawa.
Part of the problem is that on the federal government side, there's no one department that seems to take responsibility.
Nanaimo Cowichan MP Jean Crowder hopes her new bill will put the onus on the Coast Guard, because the problem right now is that no agency is directly responsible for derelict vessels.
Now, there's the other marker of Gull and Todd Park.
In 1 year, Brentwood Bay has evolved from barges and rusty cranes into a more condensed eyesore. Still, other areas on the island are calling for all sorts of attention.
You name it. I mean, they're an environmental problem in our area, and they could be a hazard to navigation if they slip their moorings.
It's unclear what's in store for the sunken vessel. The Maritime Society doesn't believe the boat had an engine and would be a threat of leaking fuel. Homeowners in the area still hope the vessel is removed along with the rest of the garbage in Brentwood Bay, but that may have to wait for Ottawa's sign-off, and that could take some time. Joe Perkins, CTV News, Central Saanich.